Hi everyone, my name is Amanda, and today we're going to spend some time talking about an issue that takes place in our society today. It is something that everyone has almost experienced, including myself, and that is low back pain. We're going to take a look at how to possibly prevent low back pain in our society today. I personally have experienced low back pain quite often throughout my life, and to this day still do. So due to car accidents, previous injuries when I was dancing, such those things, and now it's so curious to me if there was a way now or even earlier in my life if this could have been prevented. So we're going to start today by looking at prevention of low back pain. So we're going to start today by looking at the effects of low back pain on society. You cannot believe how many people experience this pain and what it actually is causing, so it's important that we understand the root of the issue. Then, to me, now at my point in my journey, I wonder, is exercise something that I could have done from an early age or even now to prevent low back pain? Is there a relationship there? So we're going to look into that, as well as a study that had to do with motor control exercises and their effects on low back pain. That is where we're going to start today. But first, think about it. Have you ever had low back pain? Has anyone you've ever come in contact with had low back pain? Have you ever thought about how to prevent it? What I would like you to do right now is to think about how would you prevent or reduce low back pain. For me personally, I would take a look at different exercises. When I began this research, I thought about different exercises I could have been doing and have started doing to strengthen my back muscles, and maybe that would help me reduce my back pain. So take a look at it, think about it to yourself, maybe press pause, and then when you're ready, press play again, and we will divulge into that information and come back to this question. Throughout the rest of the presentation, keep this in mind about how you would prevent low back pain and see if you agree with anything that we talk about. So, start. The effects of low back pain. Low back pain has been the leading cause of workplace disability around the world, which shows to you that this common injury, common pain is felt by everyone, just not me, just not you, just not the neighbor next door. It is felt by everyone, meaning you have to take time off work, you have to spend days in bed, you have to use different medical outlets, and that is going to cause financial strain, not only on you, but as well as your workplace. Believe it or not, when I was doing this research, I did not think about the strain of a workplace financial state, having to cover someone's shift, or if it's so bad that you can't come to work at all, maybe they had to retrain someone, rehire someone. That's taking away from their financials. But as well as I already thought about my financials when I had to take time off work, when I had to do different exercises, when I had to maybe go to yoga classes that cost money, different specialists, those all cost money. So that was coming out of my pocket. As I said before, this is actually the leading cause of workplace disability around the world, showing you that this is an important issue. So what are we going to do about it? What is going to be the next step? Is there a way to prevent it? Moving on to think about, can exercise prevent low back pain? We have been in this personal training program right now thinking about different exercises, different manipulations of the muscles, different strengths, weaknesses of different type of muscle groups. So you have to wonder, with the back being such a large portion of your trunk, there should be exercises that strengthen those muscles to reduce that pain. In the research that I did, it was found many times that there's actually no correlation between low back pain and exercise. It's almost nearly impossible to reduce the pain permanently, is what was being found. I then divulged a little deeper to see if maybe as a child, if you start this exercise program, would it help you in the long term? And some of the research I found did say that there was a reduction in pain in children. Less children experienced severe pain in their back when they started a exercise program early, but there was no way that it was actually prevented from happening at all. So that shows you that this pain might just happen no matter what you try and do. But there are things that we can do to reduce pain. Some research was showing that it is possible to reduce the pain, not forever, not long term, and not permanently, but it is possible to reduce the pain just a little bit. In one research article that I read, they had about 5 people experience no pain at all in about 3 to 6 months, but then it came back. So it's not showing you that it's possible to get rid of it, but it is possible to maybe have a little bit of relief. As a person that experiences low back pain, the relief is a huge piece of it and would be helpful to other mental issues to be able to help you relax, be able to not be in pain, not be agitated, and be able to go upon your day as a normal human being. So what this showed me as a person that's trying to help people in the future with their back problems, as a bar instructor, I always thought that by strengthening the muscles in everyone's body, maybe I was helping their back. Maybe they were feeling stronger and they could handle the low back pain, or it was completely gone. And people had said, my back feels better from bar. So to me, I thought they were definitely correlated together, but research has shown that maybe it is just reducing the pain. It's not going to get rid of it altogether. So, have you still thought about your question? Do you still think about it? Think about it now. What would you do? How are you going to prevent that low back pain? Finally, I took a little deeper look into things that were being done in different studies, and one of them was motor control exercises. And I wanted to know what their effect was. So motor control exercises were just small exercises targeted towards the muscles that are towards the spine, wanting to make sure that they're working properly. They're just targeting that specific muscle group to try and reduce that pain. And sadly, again, there was no reduction of pain completely. There was some relief. It was short term, but it did come back. All the results show that these come back. The movement in the spine and the trunk was specifically targeted. Things were strengthened, but it did not get rid of the pain completely. Then at the end of the article, it also talked about a little bit of spinal manipulation, targeting the weakest muscles near the spine and how that was affected and trying to get even deeper. Again, thinking that it would totally be reduced, it actually is not, and people just found that reduction in pain short term and not long term. So that is the research that was found on all of these different manipulations and different therapies, but they still were not able to find that complete relief. So think back to what you thought you would do to reduce pain. Do you still believe that it would work? For me, I still believe the amount of work I do at bar, the targeting of the muscle groups that I do, and the teaching of spinal awareness and spinal strength still does help reduce pain. I completely now have a different understanding that low back pain is almost inevitable in most people, but there is ways of living a healthy lifestyle through exercise and everything like that, proper eating to maintain your proper weight, that can reduce the amount of pain you experience. You may still experience it, but it isn't forever. So I still believe that the things I thought about applying exercise to low back pain would work. How about you? Do you still think those would work? Do you think maybe you'd add something else? Or do you think there might be a different method that maybe I didn't research? So I would like to thank you all for spending this time with me to think about low back pain. It to me is a very important topic. It's to me something that does need to be addressed, as the whole world suffers from this chronic pain, and it is something that being in pain is not always fun. It's not fun at all, and it affects your life, and we want to make sure as humans we're experiencing the best quality of life. As a personal trainer going forward, I want to make sure that my clients are having a positive quality of life. And if they experience something like low back pain, maybe that we add in different elements to make them be more positive about their low back pain and find that slight reduction that they need. Thank you so much for joining me today to talk more about low back pain. And I hope that you have a great time researching your topics. And I can't wait to hear some feedback from you all. Bye.